morning, everyone, again. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. My name is Dylan with Designs by Dylan. This is the second video. The first one didn't work, of course, but I appreciate your patience and I appreciate you sticking with us while we get through all of this technical stuff, which I know nothing about. All I know how to do is press start. So we're going to get them working on that. Hopefully in the future weeks we can get more on those cameras because I was excited about them. But today we're going to be doing bow tying, guys. I feel like bows and ribbon is the most inexpensive way you can fill in any project, whether it's a Christmas tree, a wreath, garland, a swag. So I'm going to show you a couple hand-tied bows. I'm going to show you one on the Pro Bow. And the great thing about the Pro Bow is you can start from a simple one ribbon bow, which I'm going to show you today, and then you can always advance from there and do multiple bows, multiple widths of ribbon, and sizes as well. So I hope you all had a great weekend. I sat at home, I did nothing, we watched TV, we hung out, we ate healthy. And my mom's getting married this weekend on Saturday, so I'm excited for that. We're kind of gearing up for that. And yeah, so how was y'all's weekend? Leave a comment. Let me know what you did, whether you went on vacation. We've got Cabo coming up soon. I'm so excited for it. It's my first time going there, just for 4 days, but I think that'll be just enough to kind of get us out, have some fun, and come back, because then I have Wreath Makers Live in July at the end of the month, which is, I can't wait for it. It's my first time ever presenting there, so I think it's going to be a fun experience, and I can't wait to be around so many wonderful designers and people who love the same things that we do. Are you good on your end? Okay. Alright guys, so we're going to start with the Pro Bow, okay? So the Pro Bow the hand, it's $39.99. It's on the website, ellishomeandgarden.com. The item of the week is going to be all the spring ribbon. And honey, there is several different kinds, and it's all 50% off. Honey, we love a sale. So 50% off the ribbon. I'm going to show you a bow and the Pro Bow to begin with. When you get the Pro Bow, guys, you get the board, you get the pegs, the dowels, and you get the spool holder, which is this right here. And this kind of holds all your ribbon. It keeps it from getting, tangled up. So, we're going to get started. I'm going to use a 1.5-inch ribbon, and I'm just going to show you a simple bow on the Pro Bow that anybody can replicate. What Regina recommends, which Regina is the creator, guys, of Pro Bow the hand, is that you have, what is it called? 26 gauge wire. To her, this is the best wire that works the best for the Pro Bow, okay? So we're going to start over here. First thing you do, guys, is you want to hold your ribbon out from the base finger to the row that you want. So the rows go up by letters, so A through F, and of course A being the smallest bow, F being the largest. So I'm going to hold that there, get my ribbon, bunch it together. And then you're going to take your 26 gauge wire, and I would kind of stay away, guys, from using pipe cleaners on this just because, what is that noise? Hey guys, we quit moving stuff around. So I'm using 26 gauge wire, guys, because it's the best, and I would probably refrain from using pipe cleaners on this just because they can break if you pull them too hard, okay? So now I'm going to put this right here, run that first wire around the top of that dowel. Then I'm going to take the bottom wire and put it around the nail on the back side of the board. So y'all leave a comment or give us a thumbs up if you've used a Pro Bow before, or if you are interested in learning more about it, because I'm excited. It's one of my favorite things. It always makes symmetric bows, and if you're like me and do a lot of holiday home installs, and your hands get tired after a while of creating so many bows, this kind of takes the work of your hands. The dowels are basically your fingers, therefore, it can take some stress off your hands. Okay, so now we're just going to go up, and every time you come back here underneath this base dowel, I kind of lay my finger right here, and you just stick your ribbon there, and you pinch and twist just like you would in your hand. Okay? And you're going to pinch and twist every single time on the back side of that dowel and go from left to right. And they're labeled up here like 1L, 1R, L being left, R being right, and the numbers, and you just go in order until you're completed with the bow. So why don't I do this, y'all? Listen, I know y'all here watching, Chris is he ain't up. So I've been getting some pre-orders in. I'm so excited. If you ever get stuff in the mail, guys, you forget you ordered it. So I did pre-orders for some new Department 56 stuff back in January when they first came out, and they just shipped. I'm so excited. So I'll get 4. I'll get 4 this week if Josh is watching too. And they will, I'm so excited. I've got like 3 more coming. So y'all, I'm officially back in business. Okay, I'm ready for my Christmas stuff. I had a really great year last year, but it was so busy, and I just needed a breather once it was over. So it's over now, and I'm ready to go. But after Mother's Day, we'll be slowly transitioning into fall here, which I'm excited for. They've got a lot of stuff already in the warehouse and a lot of great products. And guys, again, the item of the week here is the ribbon. 50% off at ellisonthegarden.com, but they also have got tons of other great products. They've got lots of great greenery and floral and some plaques and I think even some spring bushes and maybe some, there we go. Okay. Alright y'all, so now look, let's cut this off. Cut your other tail off. Look at that right there. Perfect. So we have the bow on there. It's all symmetric. It's all using the Pro Bow. And again, I use Row D. To me, Row D on the Pro Bow is about the standard size that you would use for a bow. So now what I'm going to do to take this off, I'm going to take the base finger, which is in the center, and I'm going to throw it at Dina. And then I'm going to just lift off my bow. And before I even fluff it, see how perfect that is, y'all? So now, you can use a fluff box if you have one. You have to get that at probowthehand.com. I don't have mine here. I took it home. But you're just going to alternate your loops, and I always kind of hold my bows in the center when I fluff them because you want to make sure that you don't pull out any of that ribbon that you worked on. And then to fluffing up your bow, make sure you use wired ribbon. Come through here with your fingers and pull them apart. And y'all, look at that perfect bow. So again, it took us just a second. You could always do another type of bow on here with multiple ribbons if you wanted to. But I just love it. So this could go perfect on a gift package, on a wreath. There's so many wonderful things. And the great advantage, guys, of using ribbon like this that is wired is that you can really kind of curl it or, you know, bend it in any direction that you want. So I'm going to kind of curl these up. And then your ends of your bow are kind of decorative too. Okay, we'll do another bow in a minute, okay? Let's get caught up. Okay, who watched 911 last night, 911 Lone Star? Dina and I love those shows. Did you watch both?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't got to watch the regular 911 yet, but I did watch Lone Star. And Dina, I was about to cry if that girl died, but she didn't die, thank God. But, spoiler, if you hadn't watched. So what happened on the, is there like anything major happened on the other one? Or is it just a basic episode? Maddie have her baby yet?
Maddie had the baby.
And it's good? She had it at home?
No.
Listen, okay, can we talk? Now listen, I'm just going to give my opinion, so don't come after me if you don't agree, okay? There's no way in this freaking world that I could have a baby at home without an epidural. Could you? No. Give me, I don't want to feel anything. I don't even feel my eyes blinking. You know, there is no way. I saw one of those, I follow this girl on Instagram, and she's like a doula, and she posts like births and stuff, and it's so beautiful and wonderful, but you know they're in pain. You know, I don't know, I need an epidural. Leave a comment, epidural or no epidural. Why are we talking about this? But anyway, y'all leave a comment, let me know. But, because on number one, she was talking about having the baby at home, and I was like, girl, you don't want to do that, you know. I was talking to her through the TV like, you don't want to go there. But anyway, okay, let's do a couple more bows. And I'm having fun using this, let's just keep using. No, I'm going to do one by hand. Okay. So we're going to do a bow now with 3 different ribbons, okay? And again, there's just a huge assortment of ribbon on the website, ellishomeandgarden.com, that you can purchase all your ribbon. And it's 50% off this week for the item of the week. So, this is going to be a really crazy fun bow, great for like a fiesta party. This has got some flowers on it. It's got a bright colored ribbon, and then I've got this one. So, when I select ribbon, y'all try to find light ribbons.
At least this is epidural out the way.
Exactly, okay? Okay, y'all. So, here's what we got. Let me hold it up to you. So I picked these out. They're all about the same. We've got in the pink and the yellow family with a little bit of green. Of course, I'm going to start with the smaller ribbon on top and then kind of stack them up as we move on. So make sure you have a sharp pair of scissors and some wire. I'm still going to use that 26 gauge wire. Okay. First thing you do is you determine how long you want your tail to be on your bow, and then your loop size. So once you get your loop size, guys, you're going to pinch it like this, and twist. And what that does is it gets the correct side of the ribbon back on here for you. Okay? And so then you're going to pinch again, and twist, and do that, and repeat that process as many times as you need to get the correct amount of loops on the bow that you want. Oh, I just forgot. I have to get blood work after this. I'm dreading it, y'all. Let me tell you what happened. So my mom, I'm 28 years old, okay? But my mother, you know, she works at, she's a lab manager down the street at Wallace Dermatology, so she has to write me like a little referral thing or whatever to go to get the blood work. And but my mom fills out every box on there. So like one time I went and got blood work, y'all, and I was like a vampire. I mean, I had like 45 vials. I couldn't even breathe. I was purple, and I was like, why are you taking so much blood? And she's like, well, your mother put on here that she wanted all these things. I'm like, oh my God, just take one vial. So today, I'm already prepared. I got some grape juice in the car because my mom probably already put up all that stuff, and I don't even look at the paper. But anyway, I hate getting blood work. Have I told y'all about getting the wood from my studio on YouTube?
Mm-mm.
I've got a story for y'all. Okay, let's finish this bow. Okay, so I've got 3 loops of this one, and I'm just going to stack up from here. I'm probably going to do 4 loops of the rest, so therefore we end up with odd numbers at the end. And the same thing, y'all. You just line up your ribbon, pinch, make your loop, and then you're going to twist to get the ribbon back on the correct side. Okay? So has everybody been having their flowers planted? You know it's supposed to be 36 tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, it's supposed to be 36 degrees here in almost May. I mean, we're halfway through April, past halfway through, so I consider it almost May.
We did have thunderstorms up till the end of February, so thunder in February, frost in April.
What is it called? May showers bring, or April showers bring May flowers. I'm excited though because I feel like we had a really good, like a real winter, and I think we're having a real spring. You know, maybe it always should have been this cold, but we don't ever know because it's always too hot. But I'm excited for that. Okay, I'm going to put the last ribbon, and you could totally, if you ever start putting your ribbons together and you're like, I'm unsure of what to put together, go for solids. I didn't have a lot of solids to choose from here, but you could use a solid pink in this, solid yellow, or I would probably use a solid green because it'd bring out the green that's in the leaves here on the stems on the ribbon. Okay, I'm going to cut that off. Here's what it looks like, kind of like the Pro Bow. And now we're going to use a piece of wire. You could use pipe cleaners on this too, y'all. And this is what you call a stacked bow. So you basically have 3 ribbons. You could do more, however much your hand can stand. Just like that. Okay? Now I'm going to grasp it in the middle, just like I did with the Pro Bow. And I'm going to fluff it all out. Okay? Mix it all up. Alright, y'all. And then you have a beautiful bow. This is super colorful. Again, it'd be great for a wreath or an arrangement or a gift package. I always say you can put them on gift packages to dress them up if you're that person, because Josh is. Okay, let me tell you what I did. So I have a new YouTube video out, by the way, guys. Go to YouTube, type in Designs by Dylan, D-Y-L-A-N. I have a new video on how to make a wreath. Turned out great. But one thing I wanted to do before I went to YouTube and started doing some demonstrations, because I usually just do home tours and stuff, is I wanted to have like a clean backdrop and kind of like a studio type feel. So I had to go buy some plywood. You can go to Home Depot or Lowe's and buy some decorative plywood. It's like, they have something that looks like old wood, they have some whitewash, they have some bricks. And so I found one I really liked online, so I couldn't fit it in my car. I drive a Blazer. And so my mom's husband, I'll say that because they're almost husband. My mom's husband has a 4-door, huge Dodge truck. And I've never drove it before. And I was like, Mom, can I come by and borrow the truck? And we'll switch cars. That way I can go get the wood, bring it home. And she lives in Hallsville too, so we just switch out. So she said, okay. So I went to her work one day after this video last week, and I switched cars with her. So I got in the truck, huge. And I got to Home Depot. I was doing good. I was so excited. So I get up into, I parked the truck in the parking lot, which, by the way, was like parking a camper. And so I had to put it in the very back because I couldn't park that thing. So I went into Home Depot, and the sheets of plywood, guys, were 4x8. So they're 8 foot long, 4 foot wide. They're huge. And I needed about 6 of them. Now, I overbought by about 4. But I wanted to have too much than too little because I didn't want to have to drive way back to Longview. So I got 6 sheets of plywood. Of course, there was no employees in sight. So I had to load it all on that little rolling cart. And back was blown, and so I go all the way to the cashier, check out my wood, and then I got to load it myself. So I leave out the store, and I walked, down to Wendy's where I parked, and so I got my key out, and I tried to open the tailgate. Now it's an older truck; they basically just use this truck for fishing, and I couldn't get the tailgate down. So I thought, you've got to be freaking kidding! So I got the wood out, one by one, lifted it above my head. It was huge. Put it all in the back of the truck. I got all 6 pieces in there. Okay.
For all seasons.
That's the Christmas store. They're calling to my stuff on the way. Okay, anyway, Josh, if you're watching, she was kidding. There was nobody home. So I get all the wood loaded in the truck, and by this point, I go put the card up, and I get my car key out, and it doesn't have like a little punch thing. It has a fob, but you have to put the key in. So I go to the truck, put the key in, the door wouldn't open. I'm like, you got to be kidding. I had 2 sets of keys in my pocket. I had my keys, and I had the truck keys. So then I'm like, what is going on? So at this point, I walk back to the back of the truck, and I just happen to look up, and I'm like, has he always had a backup camera? I mean, this truck is older, you know. Has he always had a backup camera? Y'all, I was in the wrong freaking truck, okay? Now, let me tell you, I immediately had a moment like I was on, one of them cop shows, because I thought, I'm going to get shot right here in the parking lot. It looks like I'm trying to break in this truck and steal it. I've got wood in the back that doesn't belong to me. And I look over, and literally, I mean, it was crazy. Right in the parking spot behind this is my truck. Same color, same truck, same everything. The only thing about it, I guess it's like a year newer, and it has a backup camera on it, which I never noticed until I got all that in there. So I am out there, rushing, like, grabbing all that wood out of there. Never ripped wood out of there so fast, y'all. I mean, I was like Tim the Tool Man. Grabbed it out. I threw it in the back of the other truck. Girl, I sped out of that parking lot. I left skids on the parking lot. I was so scared. Y'all ever done something like that? Oh, my God. I am so fortunate that the guy didn't come out and, be like, what in the heck are you doing? Because I was so embarrassed. And I called my mom, and I'm like, you've got to freaking hear this. But I didn't say that. I said some other words. But anyway, yeah, so that was my typical Tuesday last week. But let me tell you, I got my studio set. Thank God for my mom's husband. He helped me. He mailed it up, wired it up, whatever we need to do. It looks great. My new YouTube videos on YouTube. I told that story in the video, but in case you haven't seen it, I'm going to tell you all on here because let me know if I'm not the only one. Please leave a comment because I think that's the first time I've done that. You ever done that?
Mm-mm.
But I have before, like, tried to get in someone's car and it wasn't mine. But that's, you just, touch the handle, that's different. But no, honey, I loaded the whole truck full of stuff and then, oh, God. Okay, and also, could y'all imagine, when these things happen, I think of, like, what ifs. Could you imagine if the door would have been unlocked and I got in the truck trying to crank it up? Oh, my God. I'm sure the security cameras at Home Depot are probably like, good Lord.
Lisa said years ago our grandfather drove a car home that wasn't his from the grocery store.
See, that's what I'm saying. That could happen to me. And you also hear about these people, which I didn't believe this till it happened to my grandpa. We call them pops, so it didn't happen to my pops, but people have those cars with the electric, the push start, and they get out of the car and leave the car running and forget. So I had a friend do that at work one day, let her car run all day, and then my grandpa, we went to Broken Bow last Christmas, and he left his car in my driveway, and it ran for 3 days. I mean, crazy. But anyway, okay, y'all. Now, let me do one more bow for y'all. And this one is going to be with these 3 ribbons. So I've got some watermelon, and I've got a little bit of black and white to mix in there with it. I think in your collection of ribbon, you should always have black and white because it's such a neutral. You can put it with anything for any season. Speaking of season, I'm so excited to call that store back, y'all. Wonder what they're calling to tell me.
They left you a voicemail.
Oh, good. They're probably like, hey, Dylan, our pre-orders didn't come in. And then I'm going to be depressed the rest of the day. Y'all, I did something to my neck. So I've been in the chiropractor for 2 days, and it is better. But, God, I pulled it out this weekend. I thought I was going to die. Okay, let's see here. We're going to start with... I want to put the black and white in the middle, so we're going to start with this one, I think. Okay, so this is a stacked bow, same technique applies, guys, for everything else. Pinch it, put it together, and pull it out. This is some really thin ribbon.
It looks sheer on the camera.
Yeah, it's not sheer in person, but it's very thin. Like split. Okay, so I have the first set of ribbon, which is this small, it's like red and white polka dot. Then I'm going to go in the middle with the black and white. Okay. Put that together. And also, because I'm having blood work, I'm having a fast. So I haven't had Dr. Pepper yet, and I'm about to, my head's like fogged. But I had some water, but that's it. So I've had nothing to drink, nothing to eat, so I'll be sure to pass out when I get in there. Maybe I should pass out before it even starts, and then when I wake up, it'll all be done. Okay, I have the black and white. So now let's move on to the watermelons. I love watermelons, y'all, and they also have, I don't like to eat them, but I do like the decor, but I also love pineapples. Do you like watermelon?
Mhm.
No, I cannot. The only fruit I like would be pineapple, oranges, and apples. And it's a stretch to eat that, but I do love some pineapple. If you ever go to Jason's Deli and you ever had that fruit dip, that white, whoa girl, that's full of sugar.
That yogurt thing.
Yeah, but it's so good. Okay. When's the last time you went to Pizza King?
It's been a while.
Me too. That's what my treat is. So after I lose 20 pounds, which I'm at 12 right now, so I've got 8 more to go, that's what I'm going to do is have Pizza King, which is a pizza place here in town, y'all, best pizza. And that's the only thing I really crave, because I feel like you can eat Mexican food to an extent. Like, if you eat fajitas with no tortilla and pour hot sauce on it, you get a Mexican feel, so that's okay. Do you like sour cream sauce? If you haven't already, okay, you gotta go to Telly's and get their sour cream chicken sauce. Best ever. So good. Okay, y'all, we're gonna move on from food because I'm starving and I can't eat that. I gotta go get blood work and I gotta eat a chicken breast, okay? Here we go. So we're gonna fluff this out. Ooh, I love this black and white in there, y'all. It's fun. Now, if you don't want the black and white, change it out with like some different colors, a solid maybe. Sidebar, have you ever seen that movie called Disturbia?
Mhm.
Okay, I love it. I was on TV the other night. I was wondering if you saw it. Okay, y'all. So now we have 3 ribbons. They're all in the same color family except for the black and white. It just kind of breaks it up a little bit. But again, you can put your spin on anything that you want to. You can change it up. You know, there's no wrong or right in the design world. It's all about your creativity. And so I definitely feel like you could put any ribbons together to create the perfect bow. So I hope you enjoyed this video. The reason we, every once in a while, but every 6 months, we come back to bow tying is because it's just a staple, and it's something a lot of people have questions about still. So anything we can do to help you here and point you in the right direction, give you inspiration, that's what we want to do. So don't forget, item of the week was the ribbon, 50% off at ellishomeandgarden.com. There's a huge assortment on there and a variety, so y'all make sure that you check that out. If you're wondering why I keep going like that, because my back's hurting now. But y'all check that out. In store, they've got lots of plants outside in all the locations. Mother's Day's coming up, and I know by Mother's Day we always try, I do anyway, to have all my flowers planted. Which, by the way, speaking of flowers, so I bought that rosemary last week. Girl, it's sitting on the porch. I forgot. Okay, hoping I did. So I gotta go home and plant that into a planter. But anyway, y'all have a fabulous week. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. You can find me on Facebook at Designs by Dylan. ellishomeandgarden.com. You can find everything I showed you here today, including way more. And y'all come out and see us in the stores. We'd love to see you. And we'll catch you guys next week, 10 a.m. CST here at Ellis Home and Garden. And I also appreciate your patience with all the camera thing because, you know, I have hope every week. And so I had hope this week, but it got shot down real quick. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next week, Tuesday at 10 at Ellis. Bye, y'all.
Bye.